A black demigod with powers similar to those of Jesus appears in Africa in the 1960s. According to an ancient astronaut theorist whose source was a gentleman who worked for the high-ranking elite, a black man showed up in Africa in the 1960s with anomalous powers similar to that of Jesus. Per local villagers who lived in the area he showed up to, he seemingly appeared out of nowhere, but immediately began performing miracles, healing the sick and feeding the poor. After this, of course, rumors began to spread. Unfortunately, the wrong people caught wind of his existence. This group immediately sent out mercenaries to take him out. Just days later was their first attempt on taking his life. They quickly found out he was more powerful than they had anticipated. After firing the shot and hitting him, he would instantly heal. Now before I continue, please do keep in mind that this is once again a story shared by a particular source. Does it mean it's true? Absolutely not. It is subject to a lot of scrutiny and may or may not be true. So as always, my people, for entertainment purposes only, and also the story gets slightly graphic, so if you don't like that, take leave, please. Per the source, what happened next is absolutely insane. After many unsuccessful assassination attempts, this group tried a different tactic. They approached the gentleman and told him that the United Nations would love to have him and allow him to share his message with the world. The man was surprised and figured they finally came to their senses. So he boarded a plane that was said to be heading to the United Nations headquarters. But he quickly figured out he was lied to, and apparently, using guns, they continued to fire at him over and over again. But every single time, his body would regenerate instantly and heal. So bullets were 100% ineffective. As a result, they go to the next extreme. Warning, this is a little disturbing. But they take him apart into many different pieces. After doing this, they took him and they put him into radioactive shielded containers that wouldn't allow him to regenerate. These containers were very technologically advanced and said to be created using ancient alien technology. Once they did this, they landed the plane, while multiple fighter jets landed alongside of it. These fighter jets each took one of the containers and were ordered to fly them to different parts of the world. So the pilots flew his remains to different corners of the planet. But before burying the containers, they were remotely activated and they incinerated the rest of the remains. The ashes were then buried in a deep grave in the middle of nowhere. Days passed and the men that were behind this eventually got comfortable, becoming almost relieved that they were able to get the job done. But of course, they got comfortable much too quickly. One day, after arriving at work, they settle into their top floor CEO suite style office, not even thinking about Black Jesus. They heard something behind them, only to turn around and see him standing there, regenerated, fully intact. They couldn't believe their eyes, and absolute terror gripped their hearts. But of course, remember, this gentleman was much like Jesus in his nature. So he did not seek revenge or attack them. He simply said, okay, fine. You don't want my presence here? Then so be it. But be warned, in the near future, I will return, and many like me will be by my side. This time, there will be no stopping us. We will seek and achieve what we come here to do. And hopefully, you're on the right side of things at that moment. After saying those words, the Black Jesus simply vanished and has yet to return to Earth. Oh, what a crazy story, right? I couldn't help but share it. I had to share it because, you know, that's my style. I love to talk about these types of things. And let me know in the comments what you guys think. Did this really take place? Or is it just some crazy made-up tale?
Let's get down to business. We Reptoids have had a great decade. Thanks to propaganda in the media, we have made society more tolerant of our kind, from the Geico Gecko to the Shape of Water. We even got K. Rool in Smash. We did it, everyone. The world temperature is rising. The time is coming, brethren. Soon we shall fulfill the prophecy, overthrow humanity, and become the true rulers of the world.
That's what you had in mind all along, isn't it? We're talking about world conquest.
No shit, Sherlock. And I want to thank you.
You don't understand. Your world's gonna end
What the hell are you?
Do you have any other questions?
What's the problem? Come on, I'll take you home.
Let's get down to business. We Reptoids have had a great decade. Thanks to propaganda in the media, we have made society more tolerant of our kind, from the Geico Gecko to the Shape of Water. We even got K. Rool in Smash. We did it, everyone. The world temperature is rising. The time is coming, brethren. Soon we shall fulfill the prophecy, overthrow humanity, and become the true rulers of the world.
That's what you had in mind all along, isn't it? We're talking about world conquest.
No shit, Sherlock. And I want to thank you.
You don't understand. Yo.
Ready, because they get ready to do something and use the sun as a reason on why, you know, a blackout, the power went out, you know what I mean? They're going to use that, they're going to use it, but we're going to be ready for this shit, man. I value each and every last one of y'all, man. I sincerely do, man. I really do. This is our time. This is one of our homes. We're not going to take a backseat to none of this shit no more. Black man, listen, so-called black man, listen, man, your brother right here, man, I fucking love you, bro. I mean that, man. I fucking value you, my brother. I mean that, man. Seriously, man. I would never let nothing. You can listen, anybody will tell you, man, you would never see me have ever let, I don't even got to know you. I never even had to meet you, man. You ain't gonna never let, I could never walk by and let the law be harassing you or abusing you without me stepping up. So anybody that be sitting there talking about, oh, that's, what they call it, black supremacist. I'm a black supremacist. Call it whatever you want. Honeybees are honeybee supremacists. Elephants are elephant supremacists. Hippos are hippo supremacists. Let me tell you how deep nature is. And we're supposed to be the leading species of nature, which means nature should bow down to you and not attack you at any point in time in life. I tell you what, I tell you what, go walk over to a herd of buffaloes. Go walk over to a herd of hippos and see what happens. See what happens. They not playing no games, man. So stop that shit, man. Stop all this shit that black supremacists and all that, man. It ain't black supremacists. It's DNA and RNA. I'm prokaryotic cell supremacist. That's what I am. Prokaryotic cell supremacist. That's what I'm. Neuromelanin supremacist. DNA and RNA supremacist. That's what I am. You know what I mean? That's what I'm. Genetic supremacist. That's what I am. And I believe that everybody should be paying attention and dealing with their own genetics. Point blank and simple.
So that when they say Satan shall rise again, they were talking about us. They were talking about us. But in that book of Revelation, they say all nations shall live in peace and harmony and like, you know, everybody just living happily ever after. That war already happened. Now we're talking about a new war that's coming, and they don't want to talk about this shit because now they know this is what the Hopis wrote. Get into a new power, new energy, new force, brothers and sisters. I pass this on to you. I hope you understand, overstand everything that's been said. The day of blood is coming. And brothers and sisters, our radioactive energies, the radiation in our bodies is getting ready to soar. It's getting ready to surge. You'll see. You'll see. All power to the multi-chakra celestial angelic beings. May chaos reign with you forever and ever and ever. And remember, chaos brings change. Peace got us into this problem, but chaos is going to change it. Yep. Much power to you all.
California is a perfect place
true Golden State. People across the world come to Los Angeles, renowned for its beautiful coastline. From Hollywood to Venice to Silver Lake and Koreatown. The best weather, the most creative people, a place to raise our families. And yet the Los Angeles we know is dying right before our eyes. We have this Achilles heel, homelessness. Just as famous now as the Hollywood sign in the hills. The city we love, now a national laughing stock.
Put a wig on.
And today I'm going to start off with a weird beauty trend from ancient Rome. So back in ancient Rome, the Romans were obsessed with having white teeth. And of course, this is before a time that mouthwash was really invented as we know it today. So what did the Romans use to clean their mouths? Well, let me tell you, it was urine. Specifically, they preferred like Portuguese urine. Apparently Portuguese people had the best urine, so they would import it in and they would use that for mouthwash. Now, poorer citizens often use their own urine or animal urine in order to do the job. But a lot of Romans really preferred Portuguese urine in order to clean their mouths. Technically, urine does have ammonia in it, which is a cleansing agent. However,
we're not gonna do that.
Really
We're not.
I want urine in my mouth. But yeah, have fun going back to ancient Rome and having to smell that breath every day.
These are some of the...
I'm about to show y'all some crystals that everybody should have. Number one, let's start off with the labradorite. Labradorite crystal can help you with your respiratory system, helps with healthy digestion, and helps clear anxiety. Also helps with your mental and emotional health, like helping with your imagination, calming your mind, stabilizing your mood. Labradorite has a lot of benefits. It even helps you with your chakras. Second, we got the classic 7 chakra healing jewelry. Get it in bracelets, necklaces, even as a pyramid. This is called an orgonite. It can help with EMF radiation, clear negative energy. Hey, just pause and read this. Trust me, you might think this is too good to be true, but this shit is actually real. Next, we got the shungite crystal. Shungite got hella benefits. Help purify your body, your mind, absorbs negative electromagnetic frequencies, helps with insomnia, relieves stress and anxiety. You can pause and read the rest. You can use it different ways. You can put it in your water, you can wear it as jewelry, you know, just common stuff. Now we got rose quartz. This is more of a love emotional crystal. It's with unconditional love, self-love, caring, kindness, friendships, etc. You can also pause and read this too. Last but not least, my personal favorite, the amethyst. Amethyst helps your aura, it helps attract divine energy, eases tension and headaches, you know, all that good stuff. You can look into all this stuff yourself. A lot of y'all don't believe a rock can give you benefits, but there's a lot you don't know about this world, and that's why when you research, you find out and learn things.
Yo, what is going on in this video, man? It's saying right here, zombies from China. Oh, what? What the heck? Ooh, man, that's hella creepy, man. What? Zombies in real life? Oh, hell no.
Flying species. No, look at that.
Oh, and he moved his camera too.
Look at everybody in the highway right now.
We gotta.
No, bro.
According to Russia, there's much more to Antarctica than the public is being told. They claim that top governments worldwide know exactly what's going on there, but they haven't disclosed it until now. Possibly an entire continent below Antarctica's ice? Could this be Atlantis? Some theorists even believe that an ancient civilization that once fell actually lives and inhabits the continent below the ice. This is what essentially attracted the larger world governments to Antarctica, to see if they couldn't find this alleged continent. But why would this important discovery be kept top secret from the public? Well, many believe it's because of a discovery that Russia supposedly made back in the early 2000s. In the early 2000s, a Russian scientific expedition made an amazing discovery. After drilling 2,000 meters into the ice shelf, they'd break into a cavern and discover freshwater lakes. And much to their surprise, these lakes were not frozen. It was essentially fresh water that had been isolated down there for what they believed to be 10 million years. So after making the discovery of the freshwater lakes, the scientists decided that they wanted to set up an expedition to drill down to the largest of the lakes, Lake Vostok. It's said that this borehole took over 10 years to dig, and now it's fitted with an elevator that you can take all the way down. This elevator would take 8 scientists down to the lakes to verify their existence. But little did these scientists know, they were about to embark on an expedition that could cost them their lives. Shortly after they began exploring the lake, they would have a run-in with an organism known as Organism 46B. Organism 46B was very similar to that of an octopus, except it was much more lethal. It said it had a venom that could paralyze its prey for up to 150 feet. Then it would rip them apart at its leisure. And 46B did just this to one of their colleagues while they were diving in the lake. They said that though it is just like an octopus, it is actually much larger and has 14 legs. It's believed that 46B has some traits of the mimic octopus from the Indo-Pacific, except 46B could actually take its shapeshifting to another level. One crew member found this out the hard way. He witnessed as what he believed another diver was approaching him while in the water. As a result, he really didn't pay much attention to it until it was too late. Organism 46B had actually shapeshifted itself to mimic the look of a fellow diver. He would paralyze the crew member and tear him apart. After this second death of one of their colleagues, they knew that they had to capture the creature in order to study it. Naturally, Russia wanted to study it so they could possibly use it for warfare in the future. So they'd use the female crew member who was said to have extra fantastical traits. She was highly skilled at camouflaging herself and avoiding being killed. To me, this almost sounds like a Black Widow type woman from Avengers. So they'd place a massive net in the water and use her as bait. Sure enough, the creature would show up for its feast. As it approached, she'd quickly evade the beast, and they'd capture it in a massive net. They would then get the beast on the elevator, and they'd send it to the top, where scientists would put it in a tank. They'd then study it for years on end, and it's alleged that they still even have 46B contained. This is allegedly how they've come up with all the information they have on it. Russia also wanted to study the venom it used to paralyze its prey from over 150 feet. This is just one of the possible stories that have leaked from Antarctica. It makes you wonder what else could be down there. But I gotta know, do y'all believe in this story? Do you believe in 46B? Let me know in the comments. As always, my content is for entertainment purposes only. I'm not portraying it as absolute fact. I tell the stories and let you guys decide. I know I've told this story before, but this is kind of a different angle on it. I thought it was interesting. And it was a quick story I could do, as I've been super busy trying to get my apartment around. And don't worry, y'all. Navigator Across the Ice Walls is coming up real soon, I promise. I like to let the last one marinate for a week or so before I go on to the next one. Maybe this next one I'll make a little longer for you guys. Either way, I hope y'all enjoyed this quick video. Keep watching, stay tuned, stay in the love, stay in the light, be kind to others. I am out.
We're on top of Tricuni Peak, and pretty sure there's just Sasquatch down there.
Oh my god.
I can't really see it very well. There's this little black dot walking in the middle of the snow, in the middle of nowhere.
Sasquatch. Sure, that's him. Look at how the way he's walking.
Oh, I wish you could see it better in this thing.
It's huge.
That is pretty big. I can't zoom in anymore. Just to give you an idea where we are right now. Middle of nowhere. Why would he walk up that way? If that was a human, why would you walk up that ridge or that snow line? Why would you not just go straight down? Good thing we brought beers. We could lure him over here. Dude, that's bizarre. For sure I did. He covered that ground pretty quick. Holy. And look him go up. Like, we're in the middle of nowhere right now. Like, I don't know how high we are, but we're probably close to 7,000 feet. 6,500 maybe. And this guy's just scampering up snow lines. Like, it's no big deal. I don't. He was coming down this valley down here. But I mean, he's hiking through snow like it's his job. And where the hell is he going? I mean, there's nowhere to
know that he was a very, very conscious artist. A couple months before he passed, he spoke up about the music industry and the power behind frequencies.
I figured out that hertz is to understand the frequency of vibration, right? So there's kilohertz. There's hertz, kilohertz, megahertz, right? And then I think it's ultra hertz. If I play with those frequencies, right, I can target certain parts of the mind, target the frequency to go to certain parts of the mind, and I can literally, like, if I want you to astral project, right? You know what astral projection is? If I want you to astral project, or if I want you to go to sleep, or if I want you to go into a meditative state, I can make my music do that. These little niggas out here don't give a fuck enough to go into that science, bro.
X was very aware and very awake to this world, and he spoke up on a lot of this stuff. Rest in peace to X. If you guys want a part 2 about X, make sure you like this video and hit that.
Did you know that?
These are the 5 benefits of meditation you probably didn't know about. Benefit number 1 is that it slows down your aging process. A study shows that people that meditate long-term has healthier brains than non-meditators. This means your brain will develop more gray matter and volume, which will slow down your aging. Benefit number 2 is that 8 weeks of meditation can actually reshape your brain. This is because when you meditate, it grows the front part of your brain, which controls memory and learning, and then shrinks the back part of your brain, which controls fear and anxiety, which means meditation can reshape your brain and your life at the same time. Benefit number 3 is that meditation puts you in the present moment. If you focus too much on the past, it can make you feel sad and depressed about old thoughts. And focusing too much on the future can cause anxiety about what may or may not happen. But meditation will stop your mind from wandering by making you focus on what's happening now. Living in the present will only make you happier, but it will also make your life easier. Benefit number 4 is that it gives you complete control over your mind. Meditation allows you to focus on your inner self by silencing the outside world. Not only will this take you deep into your mind, this will also teach you a lot about who you really are. And benefit number 5, meditating can actually change your entire life. This is because your life is about perspective and how you view things. Once you start to meditate, it'll put you at peace and change your entire perspective about life. And if you stay at this level of peace and happiness, you can actually attract everything you want in your dream life. Because remember, you attract what you are, not what you want. So I need everybody watching this video to start meditating because...
Listen, get right.
Hold up. This might be the beginning or the end of things, I'm not sure. I feel like I don't even know what the truth is anymore. Do you? I do know that we have been lied to and manipulated